Exam dost, success ka host, Sainik Navodaya mein topmost.
Moving on to the another question on classification, odd one out. Let us continue with the next question. We can see that there are 4 figures and we have to find out the odd figure. If you look at the figure, every figure has 2 arrows. And there is a circle which is at the boundary of this square shape. Now if you notice, both the arrows are facing towards each other or opposite to each other. In the option A, in the option B also, the arrows are in opposite direction to each other. In the option C also, they are in opposite direction to each other. However, if you look at the option number D, in the option number D, both the arrows are pointing towards the south direction. They both are in the same direction. So that is our odd one out figure or a different figure, and that is our answer here. Fourth option, option number D. In this question, we can see that there is a polygon, and in that polygon there are 4 semicircles. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Out of these 4 semicircles, 2 are inside and 2 are outside the polygon. This polygon is a quadrilateral, we can call it a square. In the figure B, we can see that there are 3 semicircles inside the polygon and 1 semicircle outside. In the third option, we can see that there are 2 semicircles inside and there are 2 semicircles outside the polygon. In the figure D, we see that there are 2 semicircles inside and 2 semicircles outside the polygon. However, their position changes. But if you look at the number of semicircles inside and outside, their number will help us to identify the odd figure. So again, here also 2 semicircle inside and 2 semicircle outside. So if you now compare the figure A, figure C and figure D, in all these 3 figures there are 2 semicircle inside and 2 outside. However, in the figure B there is only 1 semicircle which is outside and 3 are inside, and that is our answer. In this question, in the first figure, they have given us a pentagon. Attached to a pentagon is a pin-shaped shape. And this pin-shaped shape is passing through the vertex. of the pentagon or the polygon. If you look at the second figure, they have given a triangle, and in this triangle again the pin shaped shape is passing, but it is not passing through vertex, but it is passing through the sides. In the third option or third figure, again the pin shaped is passing through the side. And in the fourth figure, again the pin shape is passing through the side. So in the figure B, C and D, I see this pin shape is passing through the side. However, in the first figure A, it is passing through one of the vertex. So that is the odd figure for us, and that is our answer. Here the first figure, there are two intersecting lines and then there is a triangle attached to one of the ends. Now if you rotate the figure A to 180 degree in a clockwise direction or even in an anti-clockwise direction, you will get the figure B. So actually figure A and figure B are similar figures, they are just rotated by 180 degree. And if you look at the figure D, if you rotate figure A by 90 degree, in a clockwise direction, we will get the figure D. So basically figure A, figure B and figure D can be obtained by rotation. However, the figure C cannot be obtained by rotation as the direction of the triangles attached to the lines is changed. That is our answer, option number C. Here the first figure, there are two intersecting lines and then there is a triangle attached to one of the ends. Now if you rotate the figure A to 180 degree in a clockwise direction or even in an anti-clockwise direction, you will get the figure B. So actually figure A and figure B are similar figures, they are just rotated by 180 degree. And if you look at the figure D, if you rotate figure A by 90 degree, in a clockwise direction, we will get the figure D. So basically figure A, figure B and figure D can be obtained by rotation. However, the figure C cannot be obtained by rotation as the direction of the triangles attached to the lines is changed. That is our answer, option number C. In this question, if you look at the first figure, I can see there are two rectangles. One is a horizontal rectangle and second is a vertical rectangle. So I have two rectangles here, a vertical rectangle or a standing rectangle and a horizontal rectangle, or we can say a sleeping rectangle to understand. Which intersect each other at the center. We can also find the similar rectangle in the third figure. In the third figure too, we have a horizontal rectangle and a vertical rectangle. In the figure D again, we have a horizontal rectangle and a vertical rectangle. But if you look at the figure B, we don't have a horizontal or a vertical rectangle. They have changed their position. They are in the shape of a cross. So option number B here will be our answer. In this figure, in the first, we can say that here this point can be classified as a vertex. So in the bottom, there is one vertex, but at the top there is zero vertex. In the second figure B, at the bottom there are two vertex, and at the top there is only one vertex. In the third figure, in the bottom there are two vertex, and at the top there are three vertex. And in the fourth figure, in the bottom there are 1, 2, 3, 4 vertex or corners, and at the top there are 1, 2 and 3 vertex. Now we have discussed vertex in geometry, it is the corner. So if you look at the first figure, the number of vertex at the bottom is greater than number of vertex at the top. In the figure A, same thing follows in the figure B and in the figure D. The number of vertex at the bottom is greater than the number of vertex at the top, and it is 1 greater. If you take at the difference of vertex in the fourth figure, at the top there are 3, at the bottom there are 4. Difference is 1, and in the bottom there are more. In the figure B, at the top there are 1 vertex, at the bottom there are 2. Difference is 1. First figure, bottom there is 1 vertex, top there is 0. Difference is 1. And in all these A, B and D 3 figures, we see that the number of vertex at the bottom is greater than the number of vertex at the top, and that is greater by 1. However, if you see the figure C, it is the other way around. The vertex at the top is greater than vertex at the bottom. So that is our answer. In this question, in the first figure we see the polygon is divided into 5 parts: 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. The second figure B, the polygon is divided into 6 parts: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. In the third figure C, again the circle is divided into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 parts. And in the fourth figure D, this is divided into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 parts. So answer here will be option number A. In the figure A, there's a long line and then there's a small extension at the bottom, and there are two slanting lines here. Now if we rotate this figure 90 degree clockwise, then we get the figure D. So figure A and figure D can be obtained by rotation. And now if you again rotate the figure D by 90 degree clockwise, you'll get the figure C. However, whatever way you rotate, you will not be able to get the figure B. So figure B will be our answer, because it cannot be achieved by rotation of A, C and D. That is our answer. In this question, in the first figure, the circle is divided into 4 parts. Out of these 4 parts, we have 2 star and a circle. The 2 star are placed opposite to each other. In the figure B also, the figure is divided into 4 parts, and the 2 stars are opposite to each other. In the figure D, the circle is divided into 4 parts, and the 2 stars are opposite to each other. However, in the figure C, circle is divided into 4 parts, but the 2 stars are not opposite to each other, they are adjacent to each other. So that will be our answer, third option C. In this question, in the first figure, there is a pin shape element and then there is an arrow shape element. And we can see that between the pin shape and arrow shape element, they form a 90 degree right angle. In the second figure, again between the pin shape and the arrow shape, we can see that they make a 90 degree angle. In the third figure C, again the pin shape and the arrow shape, they form a 90 degree angle. However, if you look at the figure D, the pin shape and the arrow shape, they don't form a 90 degree angle, rather they form an obtuse angle. It is not 90 degree. That is our answer, option number 4th. In this question here, in the first figure, the shape is divided into 4 parts. In the second figure, it is divided into 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 parts. In the third figure, the shape is divided into 1, 2, 3, 4 parts. And in the fourth figure, it is divided into 1, 2, 3, 4 parts. So on the basis of division of parts, we can see that A, C and D are divided into 4 parts each. However, the second figure is divided into 5 parts, and that is our answer. In this question, in the first figure, there are 2 pin shaped lines. They are parallel to each other. In the figure B, again, the 2 pin shaped lines are parallel to each other. In the third figure C, again, the pin shaped lines are parallel to each other. But in the figure D, the two pin shaped lines, they are not parallel to each other. So that is our answer here. Option number D. Next question of finding the odd figure out of these four. Now we can see that here there is a big figure which is divided into 12 smaller squares on the boundary. So for solving such questions, the easiest approach can be you number these squares in a particular order. Let us start numbering these squares starting from the top left. I'll number this square as 1, and then I will move towards the clockwise direction. This will be number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. And on numbering, I see that the first square, the fifth square and the eighth square, they are shaded. These are shaded squares, and rest all of them are unshaded. Now let us do the numbering on the rest of the figures. Starting from this square, which is a single square here, and now it has been changed from top left to top right, but this will be numbered 1. And let's go in a clockwise direction. This will become number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. So again, when we started the numbering from the corner square, which is shaded, and when we go to the clockwise direction, the first square, the sixth square and the ninth square are shaded. Let's go to the third figure C and start numbering from the corner square. So this will be our first square. Let's move in a clockwise direction. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. So again I see that the first square, the fifth square and the eighth square are shaded. So we can see the shaded squares are similar to the first figure. Let's go to the fourth figure D and let's number it from the corner square. This will be 1. Move in the clockwise direction. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. Now here the shaded squares are 1, 5 and 8. So these are the shaded squares. So we can see that in the first figure, in the third figure and in the fourth figure, the shaded squares are numbered 1, 5 and 8 each. However, in the second figure, the shaded squares are 1, 6 and 9. So we can easily conclude that the first figure, third figure and the fourth figure are resulting from the rotation. However, we cannot get the second figure whatever way we rotate, because the shaded squares have changed their places. Our answer will be, the odd one out will be option number B. Now in this question, to start off this question, there are too many shapes in every figure. So let's use the number pattern. The triangle I'll number 1, circle number 2, diamond number 3, triangle number 4 and hexagon number 5. And I see that the triangle and the star are opposite to each other. Triangle is in the first figure above the circle and the star comes below the circle. So we can identify that the triangle and the star will be in opposite direction to each other.
In the second figure, when I number it 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So the order of the shapes are same, and again the triangle and the star are in opposite direction to each other. In the third figure, let's number it. Triangle is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So shapes are in a similar order, and again the triangle and the star are in opposite direction. Let's go to the fourth figure. Let's number it 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So the order of shapes are similar, but here I see that the star and triangle, they both are in the same direction. They are on the same side of the circle as well as the triangle. So option number D will be our correct answer. Now we can see 4 figures here, and we have to find the odd one out. In the first figure, I can see there are 4 sides. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Sides are 4, but the number written in the center is 6. In the second figure, the sides are 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So number of sides is equal to the number written in the center or in the middle or inside the pentagon. So number of sides are equal to the number written in the center. Similarly, in the third figure, number of sides 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. So I see that here again there are 12 sides, and the number written in the center is also 12. So we can see that there is a similarity between B and C. The number written in the center is equal to the number of sides. Let's go to the option number D. Let's number them. Number the sides 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So I can see that the number of sides are 10, and the number written at the center or in the middle is also 10. So we can see that there is a similarity between the second figure, third figure and the fourth figure, but that similar trend is not followed in the first figure. So that is going to be our correct answer, the odd one out. In this question, in the first figure, the arrows are rotating in a clockwise manner. This is the clockwise manner. In the second figure also, the arrows are moving in a clockwise manner. In the third figure, the arrows are moving in a anti-clockwise manner. And in the fourth figure again they are moving in a clockwise manner. So our answer will be option number C. In this question, we can see there are 3 shapes inside every figure: triangle, square and arrow. To understand this, let's number them in a clockwise manner, starting from the triangle. So triangle will be 1. Let's go in a clockwise manner. Square will be 2. Arrow will be 3. So we can say, let us go to the second figure and again number them, starting from the triangle and then going in a clockwise direction. Triangle will be 1, arrow will be 2, square will be 3. In the third shape, let's number them again. Triangle will be 1, going in a clockwise manner. Square will be 2 and arrow will be 3. In the fourth shape, let's number them in a clockwise manner. Starting from the triangle is 1, square is 2, arrow is 3. Now let's analyze. When we move in a clockwise direction, after triangle comes square, and after square comes arrow. 1, 2 and 3. In the second figure, after triangle comes arrow, and after arrow comes square. So here there is a change. In the third option C, after triangle comes square, and after square comes arrow. So we can say there is a similarity between A and C. In the fourth figure, after triangle comes square, and after square comes the arrow. So again we can say that A, C and D are similar in their movement as when we numbered them starting from the triangle. But in the B, we cannot see this trend. After triangle comes arrow and then comes square. So this will be the odd one out. Question is based on rotation of figures. Moving on to the next example, let's find out the odd figure. If you look at the first figure and if you count the number of lines, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. So in the first shape there are 11 lines, rather 11 line segments or straight lines. In the second figure, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. In the second figure also we have 11 straight lines. In the third figure we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10 lines. In the third figure we have 10 lines. And in the fourth figure, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. So in the fourth figure also we have 11 lines. So we see that in the third shape there are 10 lines, and that's our answer here. The classification was done based on the number of lines in each figure. Next question. In the first figure, we see that the circle is downwards. This is the southeast direction, and these two smaller lines are just opposite. However, in the figure B, C and D, the circle and these two smaller lines are on the same side. Circle and these two smaller lines are on the same side. Circle and the two smaller lines are on the same side. However, in the first figure, the circle and the two lines are in the opposite side. So that is our answer, option number A. In these four figures, there is a bigger circle which is divided from the center into two parts, and there are two arrows. One of the circle is shaded, another is unshaded. Second figure is just rotated form of first figure. Third figure is also the rotated part of the second figure, but in the fourth figure D, you see both the circles are shaded. So this is our answer, option number D. In this question, we see that every figure has two elements. One is an outer element and another is an inner element or inner shape. And we see that the inner shape and the outer shapes are same. In the B also, the outer is a triangle, inner is also a triangle. So inner shape and outer shape are same. In the third figure too, the outer shape is a semicircle and inner shape is also a semicircle. So they are also same. However, if you look at the fourth figure, the outer shape is a six-sided polygon, it's a hexagon, but the inner shape is a 5 shaded polygon, it's a pentagon. So inner shape and outer shape in fourth figure are not same, and that is going to be our answer, option number D, because the inner and outer